What's in your bottle?
Everyone rise, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome, everyone. Before we start tonight's meeting, I would like us all to silently reflect on the passing of former Congressman Michael Fitzpatrick. Thank you. And let us begin the swearing-in ceremony. Honorable Maggie Snow is here, and we're going to begin with the swearing-in of Nancy Santa Cecilia. Nancy, do you have someone you would like to hold the Bible for you? Hi, Alex. You want to stand over there? There's my right hand.
Are you ready to take your oath of office?
I am.
So repeat after me. I, Nancy Santa Cecilia,
I, Nancy Santa Cecilia,
do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution
that I will support, obey,
and defend
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge my duties
and that I will discharge my duties
as Supervisor of Doylestown Township,
as Supervisor of Doylestown Township,
Bucks County,
with
fidelity.
fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nancy, you can take your seat at the dais. Nancy?
Your new seat?
Get to work.
Do you want to take your handbag too?
Good.
You good? Okay, and now Dan Wood.
Hi. Okay. BYO.
Okay.
Is this your wife?
This is my wife and my son. Yep.
Nice. Are you ready to take your oath?
Yep.
Okay, place your hand on the Bible. Repeat after me. I, Dan Wood,
I, Dan Wood,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support, obey, and defend
the
Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge my duties
and that I will discharge my duties
of Supervisor in Doylestown Township,
of Supervisor of Doylestown Township,
Bucks County, with fidelity.
Bucks County, with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Anything to sign? Seal them. You'll sign. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Judge Snow. We have one more person to Kelly Gallardi here. Kelly Gallardi? Well, we'll have to do her at another time.
Yeah, she'll have to make arrangements.
Okay, we'll save that. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you,
everybody.
Judge Snow.
Enjoy.
Judge.
Thank you for having me.
And welcome to Nancy and Dan. How do you feel sitting here? And welcome to all of you. Thanks for coming, especially the families of Nancy and Dan. It's nice to have you here in support. And I see a lot of other folks from the community here today, so thanks for your, for being here and for your support as well. We know that these two folks worked really hard to be sitting here with us today, and I know a lot of you helped them to be here, so we appreciate that. Thank you. And now we have any visitors or public comment. Anyone care to offer at this time? Hearing none, seeing no one raising their hands, we're going to move on then to announcements. The Board of Auditors is going to meet tomorrow for their reorganization meeting on January 7th here at 4:30. The next meeting of this board is Tuesday, January 21st at 7 p.m. Doylestown Township Administrative Offices will be closed on Monday, January 20th for Martin Luther King's birthday. Christmas tree drop-off is at the New Britain Road entrance to Central Park anytime now until January 31st. And the Philadelphia Flower Show tickets, movie tickets, and ski tickets are available at the Township Administrative Offices. They're great discounts and they're fun things to do, so please feel free to avail yourself of those advantages. Next, we're going to have the reorganization of this board. I'm going to step aside for a moment while Mr. Garten acts as the chairperson to get us through the initial votes, or vote.
My responsibility is to conduct the meeting for the selection of a new chair and a new vice chair for 2020, and I'll begin with the chairman. Is there a motion to nominate anyone to be chairman of the Board of Supervisors for 2020?
I'd like to make a motion for Barbara Lyons.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Are there any other nominations? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate the vote of confidence in selecting me as chairman, and I vow to be worthy of this position.
Moving on, is there a motion to nominate, is there a nomination for the position of vice chairman?
I nominate Ryan Mannion.
I'd like to make a motion. I'd like to nominate Ryan Mannion for vice chair.
You can second mine.
Oh, I'll second that.
Okay, thank
I
you.
didn't hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
No, I didn't hear it, sorry.
Okay. I'll have to talk into the microphone so it doesn't come out here and yell at me. I motion to have Ryan Mannion moved as vice chairman, and
I'll
you second
second.
it. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations?
I would like to nominate Jen Herring as vice chair.
Is there a second?
Second myself. I'll second.
Okay.
All right.
I will,
Can I make a comment?
sure.
I just wanted to say that I put myself forward, or I was put forward to be nominated for vice chair because I believe the township deserves somebody who will be here regularly. The fact is that their Supervisor Mannion hasn't had the best attendance when it comes to meetings, only attending about 50% of her committee meetings, whereas the rest of the Board of Supervisors attends somewhere between 90 to 100%. We've also seen more Board of Supervisors meetings missed by Supervisor Mannion than all of the other supervisors combined over the past 2 years. And I believe it's in the best interest of the township to have somebody here that will actually attend to their responsibilities.
Well, as we discussed this, I had a conversation with Ms. Herring about this. I intend to not miss any meetings. As I said, unless I'm on my deathbed or I was in a plane crash or something. But so I'm very confident. And in the event that I wouldn't be here, I'm confident that Ryan would be here in my position. Ryan, do you care to respond at all?
I do not care to respond.
Okay.
I'm going to do a roll call starting at that end of the room. Mr. Wood?
Do you want me to just say who I'm voting for?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Jen Herring.
Ryan?
Myself.
Barbara?
Ryan.
Myself.
Ryan.
And by a 3-2 vote, Ryan Mannion's elected as vice chairman of the board for 2020.
Okay.
My last function, I believe, is to conduct the selection of the Director of Public Safety for 2020. Is there a nomination?
I'd like to make a motion for Barbara Lyons, as the Director of Public Safety typically follows the chairmanship role.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Are there any other nominations for Director of Public Safety? I see none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations, and I will turn over my duties as temporary chair.
Thank you, Mr. Garten. The next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the December 17, 2019 meeting. Everyone had a chance to evaluate them, review them. I assume that the newbies will not be voting on this, but just the current or the former board.
Yes, and I have one change noted.
Please.
So in the minutes under section 8C, proposed well ordinance, I voted no. and it has me marked as voting yes.
Will you make that correction, Madam Recording Secretary person? Thank you. Any other changes or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes from December 17, 2019?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
That would be 3 with 2 abstentions. Thank you. Moving on to the proposed guidelines for supervisors, public meetings, and the chairperson. Every year, we adopt these rules. They tell us how we should behave to each other, how we should behave to the public, what our responsibilities are, how the public should conduct themselves when approaching and addressing the Board of Supervisors. And we follow these rules every year, and they are part of our record, and actually, they're now in our DNA for at least 10 years. So I would like to move that they be approved in their total. That would be, I guess, through letter D, up to letter D.
Oh, I see. I'll second that motion.
Is there a second? Did somebody? I didn't hear. Who moved?
I did. You did. Oh, you did.
Did I move?
You moved.
Oh, beg your pardon. There's a second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the designations of the board's areas of responsibility for 2020. Now, there are various boards and commissions that we have in the township. They're very active, and the folks who serve on our boards and commissions are volunteer residents of this community at Doylestown Township, and these meetings are very important, and the work they do is very important. They're advisory only, and the position of the liaison to these individual boards and commissions are to assist the boards and committees and how they should kind of formulate decisions, recommendations. The board liaison is not supposed to be telling the committee and the volunteers what they should be doing, but to assist them with their what can they do, what's the board's position on certain things. If that's known, they can always talk about what has been publicly discussed. And if there's no decision, no understanding about a board's position, then the liaison doesn't usually or shouldn't say anything, because those decisions have to be made publicly, and unless there's a public vote or public discussion, the individual liaison is just a helper person, not a voice for the supervisors necessarily as to what decisions may or may not be made. So the liaison has no vote, and it's expected that the liaison would attend all the meetings of the various board or committee that he is assigned to, and if not able to attend, would get another supervisor to attend in her place. So with that, I'd like to begin with the Agricultural Security Board. Jen, you were the liaison last year. Do you want to continue on as liaison?
Is anybody else interested in that?
Anybody else interested in the liaison position?
I have some interest in it, but if Jen wants to stay on it, I'm fine with that as well.
You can have it, Dan.
All right.
Dan.
Okay. All right, Dan it is. Bike and hike. Ryan, you were in this position last year. You want to continue?
I do not. The time the meeting meets is a conflict for me.
Okay. Anyone else have an interest in the bike and hike committee that they would? Yes, am I hearing
I'd
it?
love to do it.
Okay. Nancy, anybody else? Nancy it is. Dog Park Advisory Committee. I was in this position for the last several years. I'm willing to give it up to anyone else who might want to. Nancy?
I'm a new dog owner, yeah.
Okay. Nancy is the new Dog Park Advisory Committee liaison person. The Township Municipal Authority, we talked about who might best be served by this, and I think at this point I would like to be the liaison for the water DTMA. Any objection? Anybody else need to do it? All right, thank you. And then the next is the Environmental Advisory Council. Jen was the liaison. I know, Ryan, you expressed some interest in doing that, perhaps?
Yeah, yes, I'm happy to do it.
Okay, is there
Time
anybody
works
else
good for
burning
me.
to be the EAC council person?
I also have an interest in working with the EAC as well.
Okay.
Could we possibly move, I don't know if this is out, like, could we move down the
Down?
list and then come
And then
back to that?
it?
Yeah, does that work?
We can certainly do that. This is only an alphabetized list. so,
Yes.
yeah, we can move around. Next up is the Friends of Kids Castle. Ryan, that was yours?
I'd like to stay on this committee.
Okay. Everybody okay with that? No, okay. Then there's the Pension Advisory Committee. I know Jen has expressed, I missed one?
Park and Rec.
My bad. Parks and Recreation. Anybody interested in this?
I would be interested in this.
Okay. Anybody else burning to do this? Okay. Hearing none other. And then next comes the Pension Advisory Committee. I know Jen had expressed an interest in this. Jen, you still interested? Anybody else burning for it? Nope. Jen it is. Personnel and Administration follows the chair, so I'll be, continuing with that role. Planning Commission, I know Jen has expressed an interest. Jen, are you still interested?
I am.
All right. Anybody else?
I was also interested.
You are? Okay. We'll put that aside with the other one, okay? Let's keep going. Public Water and Sewer Advisory Board. Dan, you have been serving on that board and committee. Are you
Yeah,
interested in staying?
I'd be happy to be the liaison.
Okay, good. Roads and Bridges. Dan, you interested in roads and bridges? Anybody else interested in roads and bridges?
I do have an interest in it. I do have a question, though, about Roads and Bridges and Traffic Advisory Committee being two separate committees, since they deal with similar things, at least in my understanding, or do we want to keep those specific?
For now, we're going to keep them separate.
Okay.
But you certainly can serve as liaison to the traffic, and you can see where they dovetail and maybe make recommendations going forward.
Yeah, it's fine. I'd be happy to do Roads and Bridges
And traffic advisory will take care of it.
if nobody else wants to do Traffic Advisory. Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to do traffic advisory too. I served as a liaison there. If you don't,
You can do it. I'm
if you
fine.
don't want, and then we can kind of see what we do with both of them moving forward.
Okay,
Do you wanna do
Ryan
that?
on traffic and Dan on roads and bridges. Okay, and the last one,
You got two more.
two more. Well, Telecommunications Advisory Board. Jen, you were doing that.
My roster looks like.
Nancy
I'm
or
interested in
Dan?
doing that as well.
You are? Are you,
Maybe interested, but we'll see. I want to see what Ways and Means looks like, so.
well, Ways and Means was, you said you wanted to do Ways and Means, and I don't see if anybody else is jumping to do Ways and Means. Anybody else? It's yours.
Exciting, all right. Then I'm fine with not having tab at this point.
So Nancy, you want to do planning?
Tab.
Tab, excuse me.
I was interested in planning as well, so.
There's open right now, there is the Environmental Advisory Council, the Planning Commission, and I'm not sure that the TAB board's been confirmed.
Tab is Nancy.
Tab, Nancy? Yes, is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so Tab is done with Nancy as the liaison.
We're down to the EAC and the Planning Commission.
Okay, I guess we'll have to have a vote or further discussion. Environmental Advisory Council, Ryan, who else wants to, Ryan and Jen?
And Dan?
And Dan, okay.
Dan can, I mean, I'm fine with that if Dan wants to take that, if I'm doing the park and rec.
Okay. That problem is resolved. And then, who's the other one?
Planning.
Okay.
Nancy and Jen both were interested.
So I've worked with the Planning Commission when it came to several different, not directly, but when it came to a few different things, including the open space comprehensive plan. So I would really like to continue that type of work.
Nance?
For myself, being new on the board, I'd like to get some meat into some of these particular commissions that will give me a sense of the broader reach of the township, which was one of the reasons I really wanted to do the planning. I also do a lot of outreach within my current position with CB Cares, school and community outreach, so I sort of have a sense of the community, which I'm bringing to the board.
Okay.
So that's sort of where I was coming from.
We've never had a vote on one of these positions before.
I would say if you have two people who'd like to do it, then the only way to resolve it is to have a vote.
Okay. Or you can both serve as liaison. You just can't have any other supervisor at the meeting.
People can be liaisons, there's no limitation on
Yeah.
one. I mean,
Do that.
Fine.
You wanna do it
I'm fine with
together?
that, too. Great,
Liaison.
great, that's perfect.
There you go.
That's fine.
Just to be clear on that, if they're both liaison, other supervisors still
You can go to
allowed
any
to
meeting
attend.
you want.
Right.
You can go to every single.
You
committee
can't go to a meeting if
meeting.
you
If it's advertised, you can't go to that one.
If they're,
You can
understood,
attend in the
understood.
audience, yeah.
Yeah.
just can't
that's-
participate.
Right,
Got
that's
it?
fine.
Okay, thanks. All right, I think we're done. We done?
Appears to be.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's confirm these appointments with a vote in their entirety. Is there a motion to approve the liaison positions?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thanks, Stephanie. That was a good move. All right, township appointments, and they are delineated there, beginning with the manager and ending with the traffic engineer. The chair will entertain a motion to approve them all in their entirety, beginning 1 through 19.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's 5-0. Turning the page. Now, appointments to boards and commissions for 2020. They are also listed specifically from the arborist to the zoning hearing board. And there are 3 appointments needed for agriculture security. There's 2 appointments needed for Friends of Kids Castle. We need 1 appointment for the Pension Advisory Committee, 1 appointment for the Public Water and Sewer, and we need 2 appointments for Ways and Means, which means is that the folks who are listed will be approved, and then throughout the year, we'll be seeking or accepting nominations or applications for where there are current availability. So is there a motion to approve the current list of those folks who serve on those committees at this point?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Make a motion to second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Now, in addition, there is a specific, can we do this now? EAC chairman has, the EAC organization has elected Janine, her last name just escaped me, help me out. Mitchell. Janine Mitchell to chair the EAC. Is there a motion to accept that appointment?
I would like to make that motion to accept it.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. All right. Next item on the agenda is we're setting the administrative offices and hours and meeting dates for the 2020 year, beginning with the Board of Supervisors through all the boards and commissions and ending with the Zoning Hearing Board, which gets scheduled as needed. Is there a motion to approve the boards and commissions and meeting and hearing dates?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Are we voting on the times and dates of the Board of Supervisors meetings?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like me to separate the board and supervisors meeting times and dates out of the rest of these? Do you want to just specifically address the board and supervisors meetings right now? Please do.
I would like to address the Board of Supervisors meetings, as I always do. So the Board of Supervisors meets here in Doylestown Township. We alternate between hours. So sometimes it's 5 o'clock, sometimes it's 7 p.m. And it is my position that having meeting times during the work week or during the work day is detrimental to our community and allowing public involvement. Additionally, I believe it limits our talent pool for people who want to come and sit on the Board of Supervisors, knowing that the majority of people that do work past 5 p.m. So it's been my position that, like at all other 54 municipalities in the county, that we set one time and that it be outside of the typical work hours.
Okay.
I'm very good at that.
Yeah. And the reason why the board has been consistent with a 5 o'clock and alternate 7 o'clock is because we capture a lot of people who don't want to come out after dinner at a 7 o'clock meeting, but want to stop here on their way to whatever their business is after that. And a lot of people do have other night meetings, and they want to be able to attend a meeting here at 5. I have heard no complaints from any resident about a 5 o'clock meeting, nor have I heard any complaints since I've been a supervisor since 2002 of anyone who could not run or didn't want to run because there was a 5 o'clock meeting once a month. So I would like to keep this, and the other reason is that the staff it's easier for the staff to stay for a 5 o'clock meeting. They get off at 4:30 and they like to hop on a board meeting every once in a while, and it makes it easier for them to participate in what we do here and understand how things get done. So for all those reasons, I would like to keep the schedule as it's written, that beginning January 21st, we have a 7 o'clock meeting. Thereafter, it's a 5, and so on. So I will entertain a motion to approve the 2020 meeting schedule for the Board of Supervisors.
I think you did already.
Just for the board, I took it out. I'm just taking it out, just for the Board of Supervisors meeting schedule.
I just have one comment about the 5 o'clock meetings and our talent pool for supervisor. If I didn't have a more flexible job schedule, I would not be able to be doing this position right now. Thankfully, the job I have allows me to schedule my hours around these meetings. So I could see where there could be a detriment to some people who may be interested in serving on the board.
Like I said, I haven't heard of anyone, but I appreciate that.
Nor is there any evidence to reflect that more people show up to our 7 o'clock meetings than our 5 o'clock meetings. I mean, just not the case. But
Just to be clear, not that many people show up to any of the meetings.
exactly.
So there's no evidence not to put it in a more convenient time.
Which is the advantage of DTV. All of our meetings are televised and they're live streamed, so there's ample opportunity for participation, and I just think it works just better this way. And there's a motion to approve the meeting schedule.
I'll second.
Second. I'm calling the question on the board meeting schedule only. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, nay. 2 nays. Thank you. And then the rest of the meetings are regarding the budget work session. Any problem with those schedules, just for the budget work sessions? I'll entertain a motion to approve the budget work sessions.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now the rest of the items are the various boards and commissions and committees and all that have regularly scheduled meetings, and those meeting dates are delineated for each board and committee. Is there a motion to approve them in tandem?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Moving on then to the next item on the agenda, acceptance of the fire police. We got a memo from Chief Logan dated December 6, 2019, and you see the list of the fire police that we need to accept and improve every year. Is there a motion to approve these gentlemen? No, there's also, sorry, Barbara Jean Wood. Sorry. Gentlemen and Barbara Jean Wood.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the certifying the delegates to, did I skip anything? No, certifying the delegates to the Pennsylvania Association. I skipped.
Designation of depository.
Sorry, I asked that. Designation of the depository, which is any official bank of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Who is it?
Any bank.
Anyone? We have not designated anyone in particular? No. Okay. Appointment of the Bucks County Tax Collection Community Representatives. You see those folks listed here, Stephanie Mason, Ken Wallace, and Barbara Lyons as the second alternative. Is everyone accepting of those appointments? All right. I don't think we need to vote on that. And now to certify the delegates to the state annual convention and establish one voting delegate. All delegates are all members of the Board of Supervisors. Does everybody understand that? You're all automatically a delegate. Now, one of you gets to vote at the big meeting. You get a big voting card and you hand up. So that can be any one of us, anybody having a burning desire to do that at this next annual convention.
I'd be willing to do that.
Jen, okay? Everybody okay with that? So be it. Thank you. Okay, next is the ratification of Stephanie's employment contract. We all had the opportunity to review this, consider it. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're good to go again. All right, the resolution 2183, which is the amendment to the fee schedule, and we got this also electronically, and I got my paper, and everything is in red and yellow. Everyone had the opportunity to review the amendments to the fee schedule. Any questions? All right, is there a motion to approve the amended fee schedule?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next is the resolution 2184, the compensation for professional services for the year 2020. And you see, you've been given, I guess, yeah, there it is. Hang on one second. Resolution 2184 includes all the uniform and non-uniform employees, township manager, of course, and the professional consultants, engineer, planner, engineer for bike and hike, Keystone Municipal Services, and the township solicitor. Is there a motion to approve the compensation schedule for these professional services?
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, current IRS mileage rate is set at 57.5 cents. Now, before we do that, I just reminded myself that Michael Baker, I think, is charging 58.58 cents per mile in his fee schedule. We can ask him to amend that. Okay. Is there a motion, is there a motion to accept the 57.5 feet mileage reimbursement?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, holidays. We have to approve the designated 2020 holidays for the administrative offices, beginning with New Year's Eve and ending with New Year's Day and ending with New Year, 2021. Is there a motion to approve the designated holidays?
Motion to approve.
I'll
Second.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Last page. Okay, we have a Police Affairs Committee. It's been generally myself as Director of Public Safety. Ryan, you served on it last year. Do you want to continue to serve?
I would like to, yes.
And does anybody else have an interest in serving on the Police Affairs Committee? We could use one more person.
I'd be interested.
Okay, Jen. All right. All in favor of that appointment or those appointments? Barbara Lyons as Public Safety and Jen and Ryan as members of the Police Affairs. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second? Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, then there's a recommended treasurer's bond that we have to vote on for $3 million.
The auditors fix the treasurer bond, you just make a recommendation to them.
All right, so be it. We will recommend $3 million for the treasurer's bond. There's a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion to approve.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We see no new business today, right? No new business? I guess there's not an opportunity on this agenda, but does any supervisor want to make a comment? New or old supervisor? Whoops. No?
I'll just say thank you, and I'm really grateful for the support of everybody who's here today, for supporting me, and I'm really looking forward to being a steward for the township, and I look forward to learning with the people I'm working with. So here's to 2020. Clear eyes.
Jen, you have anything?
I just want to say how excited I am to have this new board. Certainly, the old board will be missed, but we have a lot of opportunity here to make some wonderful changes and enhance the township with the new makeup of our board. And I want to thank both of you because we all been there. We had to work really hard to get to these seats. So I appreciate all the work you've put into it.
Thank you. Ryan, you have anything?
Just echo Jen, welcome to Dan and Nancy, and, happy to have you both on board.
I'm pleased as well, and Happy New Year to all of you.
Mr. Wood have a soliloquy?
Just going to ignore you and see if anybody noticed.
I'll just talk to myself. You can turn off my mic later. Echoing Nancy's sentiments, thank you all so much for coming today. Nancy's family, my family, and everyone who's come out to support either one of us, and for just being here as part of the township. I hope you continue to be involved. As you may have heard, we're looking for additional volunteers for some of our committees, so if that's interest to you, please reach out to us. And I look forward to working with my fellow board members.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you, everybody. No new business, and then so we're on to the announcements, which you've already heard, but I'm going to repeat them because it's been a very short meeting. The Board of Auditors are going to hold the reorg meeting tomorrow, January 7th at 4:30. The next meeting of this board is Tuesday, January 21st at 7 p.m. We're going to be closed on Monday, January 20th for Martin Luther King's birthday. Christmas tree drop-off is now until January 31st at the New Britain Road entrance to the Central Park. And the flower show tickets, movie tickets, and ski tickets are available at the Township Administrative Offices. And that's it. As hearing no other business, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And have a safe trip home.
Again.